Well, if you're looking for volunteer work, how about a job where you're outside getting some exercise and around animals? Well, sort of around animals. The Mohawk Hudson Humane Society is in the process of restoring its historic pet cemetery, a passion project for one dedicated employee. CBS 6's Julia Dunn shows us the work to be done and how you can help out.
Wow, look at them all. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they're close together.
The pet cemetery at the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society has been a resting place for beloved animals for 76 years. It's not just cats and dogs in here. There's a deer, even this harbor seal rescued from the Hudson River in 1970.
Even though they're not all marked, how many graves are in, do you think?
Anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000.
You wouldn't think that looking at the property, though. That's because most of the stones have sunk over the years or they're covered with grass.
There are some here that haven't been raised.
Oh, look at that, yeah.
Melanie Stevenson of the Humane Society has made it her mission to restore the historic cemetery, a job requiring a lot of digging and a lot of cleaning.
And then we figured out that a lot of the stones had sunk. So that's basically the first step, is getting all the stones back up to the surface.
Some stones are legible. Dates, names, family names.
Very relevant name. We got Sputnik from the 60s.
Others, especially in older sections, aren't.
It's almost 20 years. And then
So that was probably a cat, but it could be anything. You know, we could have, it could be a tortoise.
It's taking a bit of detective work. Unfortunately, Melanie says records have been lost over the years, so what or where some pets are buried isn't always clear. She's asking the owners of pets buried here over the years to reach out and help her remap the cemetery.
So we've had a few people reach out with deeds from the 60s and the 50s, and we would love more of that, just to kind of piece together the history and just be the keepers of the history.
And that includes, hopefully, finding out who Queen is. Perhaps the most prominent headstone on the property, and recently cleaned, it's also the biggest mystery. There is a small dog statue, but Melanie says they're not even sure if it's connected to the stone.
So we believe that it's probably one of the older ones, just based on the style of it. But we don't have any other information. We don't know what kind of animal it is. We don't know what year it's from. All we know is that her name was Queen and somebody really loved her.
In Manans, Julia Dunn, CBS 6 News.